Hey guys. All right. So as we can see, we have a little bit of Adam and Eve in the background, and I just kind of wanted to go over a little bit of stuff that was really interesting to me. The forbidden fruit from Adam and Eve in the garden. So this is really interesting stuff. Now, this is the forbidden fruit. Now, as the original naturists, Adam and Eve, they frolicked among amiable animals, one of which had already evolved a remarkable talent. The serpent was here already. The fall had happened already before Adam and Eve were ever even here. So this is just a setup for failure. Now this was a talking snake whose ability seemed to take its creator by surprise. Well, the creator's almighty and all powerful. How did he not know? How did the creator? How did this, the serpent take him by surprise? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So let's see here. So although this is by no means the last time his own creatures will catch Yahweh unaware, having created an Adam and Eve in his own image, then he ordered them not to touch the fruit of the tree of love, the knowledge of good and evil in the middle of the garden, or pain of death, presumably a concept they had some difficulty understanding. Well, I mean, if you were just like put there, slap dab in the middle of a garden, not knowing what the hell to do, wouldn't you think that you would be like, well, maybe I should do something, maybe? Not knowing what to do? But along slid the loquacious serpent, who swiftly took the opportunity to whisper with his flickering forked tongue to Eve, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" When Eve dutifully repeated God's prescription on fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, the serpent responds, "You will not surely die." Did Eve die? No, she did not. She became aware. The serpent is awareness, consciousness. For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing all good and evil. While the humans seem to be enticed primarily by the lusciousness of the forbidden fruit, the serpent concentrates on making explicit the appeal of becoming like God, because he wants you to grow, he wants you to learn and evolve. That's the whole point of it. Now, with the implication of a potential challenge to his authority. So, now if his intention were just simply to make mankind fall from grace, evil for its own sake, there was no need to spell it out for them. Look at the lovely fruit. Would have done just as well. So did the serpent actually care about Adam and Eve's intellectual development? Yeah, it did. The serpent cared about their intellectual development, and that's what that's all about. Now, in any case, these must be something special about the fruit. There must be something special about the fruit, obviously, because God put it out of the bounds. So specifically, so they ate. Now, when the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and passing or pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. But then the eyes of them were both opened. They were both opened. Then they had only the true sensation in mind, that the fruit being also desirable for gaining wisdom seems like something of an afterthought, but in gobbling it down, the damage is done. Their guilty snack, is a moment of pure cannibalism. For far from being the equivalent of being caught with their heads in the cookie jar, it opened the portals for evil. Although, of course, in order to tempt the woman, Satan was already present. So presumably the fall was only a matter of time, fruit or no fruit. So when did the fall happen? Did it even happen? We do not know for sure. So the sensuous indulgence changes everything. The man and his wife realize abruptly that they are not only naked, but their nudity is a shameful thing. The implication that this is actually unnatural. That's terrible. Some kind of perversion. So they hastily manufactured clothes out of leaves, revealing, if nothing else, that sewing is apparently an instinctive human behavior in an emergency. That makes no sense. If sewing is an instinctive human, is something human, whatever, in an emergency, really? Just for Adam and Eve, I don't think so. That's way too far off. But as they cower in the new bushes covered in fig leaves, they realize that all is lost. And God is working in the garden in the cool of the day and calls out, "Where are you?" Adam tells the Almighty that he is hiding because he was afraid because I was naked. Now God is outraging, demanding to know without a flickering of irony, "Who told you were naked?" Like an irate schoolmaster trying to elicit a confession from a mulish class. He adds, "Had you eaten from the tree from which I commanded you not to eat?" Now when God wrathfully demands to know why, or to know how they knew they were naked, Adam pipes up, "Disloyalty. The woman you put here with me, she gave me some of the fruit from the tree and I ate it." Now after the world's first sneak has finished blaming his wife, and in also doing so, even implies that he blames God for giving him Eve as his companion, she too is keen to pass the blame on to the serpent, which God declares, "Cursed are you above all the livestock and all the wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and you will eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head and you will strike his heel." So now the symbolism of the snake was open to very different interpretations. Obviously, in ancient Egypt, it was used as the Urisus, the cobra that decorated the headdress of the royal family as the lord of life and death, the ultimate symbol of earthly power. According to the medieval Jewish Kabbalists, the secret or esoteric number of the serpent in Eden is the same as that for the Messiah. As the infamous but extremely well-educated ritual magician Aleister Crowley wrote, that's just amazing that the serpent's number is the same of that of the Messiah. Now, Crowley wrote, "The snake is the redeemer," noting the serpent is also the principal symbol of male energy and creator and destroyer who operates all change. He also amused and shocked by preferring the serpent's kiss to women, especially those whom he had just met. Now, of course, it was a more or less painful bite. Now, to the heretical Gnostic Christians, the serpent coiled around the tree of life was to be celebrated as the bringer of gnosis, knowledge, hidden knowledge. Now, of intense personal enlightenment of the spirit. Now, and to the tantrics, the Eastern devotees of sacred sexuality, the snake represents the power of the kundalini, the creative sexual force that is normally envisioned as being curled up at the base of our spine, which is one insane ride. So yeah, when raised, it produces intense heat and power, but who betide the individual who is not prepared diligently for its awakening with a rigorous magical and spiritual discipline, for it can become awesomely uncontrollable. Minded, you guys know all about that already. So now, however, in the original Eden myths, as the serpent slithers off to a fate of humiliation, God rounds on Eve, cursing her. It's just terrible. It is terrible, you guys. So I will greatly increase your pains in childbearing. With pain, you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. No. So the culpability of Eve and the serpent may be endlessly debated, and it will always be endlessly debated until we are all gone. But those 4 short lines have proved only too influential over the minds of men, not only providing a divine blessing for wife beaters and all manner of marital abuses, but also, as we shall see, eventually, even specifically and egregiously, dooming generations of midwives to torture and death. Now, the forbidden fruit. I think it was wise of Eve to eat. If this is true, this is just my speculations. I think it's very wise of Eve to eat the fruit. It made her aware. So we do have that symbolism with the serpent. It's not evil. It is not. So who's Satan? Serpent, the devil, Lucifer. So we have 4 main characters. Who's who? We don't know. So that's just a little bit of thought. So I hope you guys enjoy. I love you guys with all my heart. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow. But yeah, the full moon is coming. I don't know when it's coming. Let me check really quick. Really, really quick. If this will actually recognize my face. We have 5 days till the new moon. So if you guys want to, we can still do the threads of the goddess. I will link that video up here for you guys, and hopefully, yeah, it will. Yes, hopefully, yeah, you guys will enjoy, and we can do that. So, but all right, guys, just let me know below what you guys think. All my love, all the way from Venus, always. I know my hands are kind of funky with this background, all the way back down. It's kind of neat though. I really like it. But so, all right, guys, I love you all, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I love you all.